Hi, YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere. It's BarberGeorgeTune.com. I'm back with another Monday morning mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things. What do you got this morning? Hang on. That's a good cup of coffee. That's a good, full-bodied, robust cup of coffee. Yeah, from Trader Joe's, Joe's Dark Coffee. This is wonderful, as I say. Very robust, very full-bodied. It is dark roast, 100% Arabica ground coffee. This is terrific. If you have a Trader Joe's in your neighborhood, give this one a try, especially if you like coffee that has a little more robust, has a little more kick to it. Yeah, this is terrific. Really, really like it a lot. And this morning, we're using my campsite mug, my campfire mug. That's what I call it. My campfire mug, campsite, that sort of thing. This reminds me of sitting by a campfire and looking up at the stars. And we've had some wonderful, wonderful summer nights here. Just absolutely beautiful. Stars have been out, clear skies, cool evenings, in warm days, cool evenings. Really terrific. Last week we had a full moon that was just wonderful, absolutely beautiful, clear skies, full moon. And we've also had some great, great stargazing conditions as well. Sitting around a campfire or just sitting outside and looking up at all that glory. Yeah, it's just absolutely fantastic. Got this mug from my niece Kelly, so thanks again, Kelly. I call it my campsite, campfire, camping mug, that kind of thing. Again, because it's got like a star pattern in there, and it's got those pine trees, which kind of reminds me of the outdoors and being by a campfire, that sort of thing. State of Ohio. Yeah. Just absolutely wonderful. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. Hey, if you're taking me on your morning commute, thanks very much for the lift. I really do appreciate it. We got a great show today. We got some great topics in the refill. We got some really neat stuff in new shaving gear. Got some good questions and comments. Great questions and comments, really. I mean, the viewers contribute with some just outstanding material. So my thanks to all the viewers who contributed this week. You know what? Let's get the show underway. Let's kick things off like we do every week with a viewer morning shaving tip. Okay, this morning's shaving tip comes from viewer Corey LeBlanc. And Corey and I have been exchanging correspondence regarding head shaving. And Corey writes, "Hey Mark, I'm proud to say I am now a head shaver. On the first day of summer, I marched into the barbershop, sat in the barber's chair, and told him that it was summertime and I was ready for a shaved head. He told me that was as good of a reason as any and promptly got to work buzzing my scalp to the nubs and finishing off with an electric razor. I had a couple of buzz cuts in the spring to prepare for the head shave, so I probably had a little over a ½ inch of hair to remove. When I saw the new me in the mirror, I was shocked and surprised. Although I had a couple of buzzes shortly prior, a shaved head is really different. Instead of a hairstyle, I now have an absence of hair. I found that performing a head shave every day works best for me. Most days, I'm using an Orelco rotary electric razor to maintain the baldy and do a proper wet shave once or twice a week with a Mach 3 Proraso green soap and a favorite aftershave, either Pinot Clubman or Brut. The full wet shave on the scalp is definitely a treat, and I love having a fresh haircut and that just got home from the barber's feeling on a regular basis. Since the wet shave is still time-consuming for me, the electric is a lifesaver as it keeps me committed to the new style and I can keep my dome adequately maintained until the next time I have time for the full spa treatment. I've had a couple of nicks when overachieving and using a Shark DE blade. I'm taking it very easy as my scalp adjusts to being shaved regularly and I learned the intricacies of shaving my head. No bumps on my head yet, but have gotten a mild sunburn due to going out and forgetting a hat and sunscreen once. Going from a full head of hair to a baldy is a big leap. It took me a good 2 to 3 weeks to adjust to it, and I'm glad I maintained through my period of uncertainty as I now love it, and I love that I took the plunge. I even had one friend with a full head of hair comment that he thinks it will be my new permanent look and that I'm much more confident with a shaved head. Now, my advice for others. If you're curious about a shaved head, you gotta do it. No bones about it. If you shave your head and don't like it, it will grow back. But if you don't, you'll always wonder what it would be like. From my experience, a shaved head is pretty awesome. After the initial shearing, keep it shaved if you are uncertain about the look and feel to give yourself time to adjust to it. After all, you got the guts to have it all buzzed off in the first place. What's the harm in delaying regrowing your hair for a couple of weeks or so? Lastly, keep it simple. With a full head of hair, a proper wet shave is a lot of work. Although I love the experience, it's not feasible on the regular, so don't feel like you're cheating by using an electric to maintain the bald dome through the dreaded adjustment period. Attached are my before and after photos. Thanks, Mark. Wow, yeah, that's absolutely great, Corey. Really great advice there in making that adjustment to a full head of hair to shaving your head. Now, myself personally, I had that adjustment period, although it was over a number of years. I remember that I went to the barber and I was losing my hair up above and I was maintaining this fringe, this half ring fringe here, and I would go there for a haircut. And then I decided, well, you know what? I could probably do this myself. So I went out and I bought a pair of clippers like this. These are my original clippers. These things are old. I mean, and I had them reworked by Wall. If you have a pair of these, they will rework these for you at a very, very affordable price. I think it was $15, including the shipping there and back. Well, actually, the shipping back, they paid for. The shipping there, I paid for. But yeah, they put in a new cord. They gave me new clipper head to it. They aligned everything. They oiled it up. Absolutely fantastic. So, I've got another, 30, 40 years to go on this. They checked the motor and they just really reworked it for a very, very reasonable price. Yeah, but anyhow, I use this just to give myself a buzz cut over the years and just left that little bit of fringe. And when it would grow out, I would buzz cut myself again. And I was using a single edge cartridge razor, disposable blade to just shave the back of my neck with a little bit of canned shaving cream. This was before I was doing the traditional wet shave, that sort of thing. And then when I came back to the traditional wet shave, viewers encouraged me to do the full head shave. And I had a friend named Steve Gross who has been telling me this for years. Steve, I should have taken your advice years ago because he shaved his head. He started shaving his head years and years and years ago, and he kept encouraging me to do it. Whenever I saw him, socially, we were going out, he would say, Mark, you should do it. But he wasn't hitting me over the head, so to speak. He was just, strongly recommending it. But he would always say, you should give it a try, Mark, really. And after all those years and viewers, I took his advice, I took viewers' advice, and really, I never looked back. I love doing it. Now, I like using a safety razor to do my traditional head shave. But Corey, like you, I also use, at times when appropriate, I'll use an electric razor like my Panasonic here. You've seen me review this one here. This is a Norelco type of shaver for doing a head shave. I'll use that. Again, I started off by using these clippers and then just getting a single edge razor, disposable, and doing my neck, that sort of thing. Then I went right to a safety razor through the encouragement of viewers. And I've learned to stay on the mild side. Now, the Mach 3, I will use this on occasion as well. When I'm pinched for time, absolutely, I'll use that. I'll use the Defender. The Defender is very, very good. Another device that I'll use, and Corey, you should look into this, is the Omni Shaver. I will use this. This is a bi-directional shaver for your head. Back and forth, just put a super slick kind of shaving cream on there. They make one themselves, the Omni Shaver shaving cream. Just put it up there and you can do a head shave in like 4 to 5 minutes. And I have a video where I've done a head shave with this in under 5 minutes. Really, really terrific. Like this a lot too. Very, very good for being in a pinch. But I like to do the traditional wet shave with the safety razor and a brush and doing a full head of lather, and I love that. And sometimes Friday night or Saturday afternoon will find me doing that, or if I'm going out Saturday night, I'll do it a little earlier. And really, I love that process. A few razors that I have used, for the full head shave, traditionally with a safety razor. The Metaphor from Phoenix Shaving. This is absolutely beautiful, wonderful, mild yet efficient razor, perfect for a head shave. Like this one a lot. Here's one I got from Fernie Beck. Thank you again, Fernie. The Carve Overlander. This was fantastic. This is a fantastic razor. Fantastic double edge razor. Great for face shaves, wonderful for head shaves. Really, really terrific. Another one that I like a lot for head shaves is the Supply SE single edge injector razor. And it has this nick stop technology, that guard right there, that fin guard. Boy, is this wonderful for head shaves. Absolutely fantastic. A great heft. The razor does all the work. They say, built like a tank, drives like a Tesla. Absolutely very intuitive, very easy to find the shaving angle. Like this for head shaves a lot, really do. So those are just kind of my devices that I've used over the years. Now, electric razors, one more point about electric razors. I will go to an electric razor if I get a serious bump on my head, or I get a tear or something like that where I've got an open wound, and that's happened to me in the past. So I have to kind of stop using a cartridge, the Omni shaver, a safety razor, that sort of thing, because it's difficult to maneuver around there. So I'll have to wait for that to heal up. And in the meantime, I will use an electric razor. Again, the Panasonic Wet Dry, very, very good. And I found that this one right here, the Dynabliss that I reviewed, this was very good. This is very affordable. I'll link this as well. Check out my review on this. This is wet dry, although I have to tell you, it works better dry than it does wet. If you're going to use it wet, use a thin lather. A lather with a brush and everything, I think is a little too much for this. But if you use a thin, super slick, like a Cremo or Trader Joe's or the Omni Shaver kind of creams, which is a very, very thin layer, but very, very slick, this works very, very well with those. So just wanted to mention those options that I have used for my head shave. I love using the safety razor, but yes, we all understand that there are times where you can't, but there are these other options to help you maintain the bald look. And Corey, I'm glad you tried it, and I'm glad you're sticking with it. That's great. You have the advantage that your hair can grow back. I don't have that advantage. I have to embrace the bald look for the rest of my life, but I do like it, and I do like the process. But yes, I like your tip. Just, there are these different options here. Kind of ease your way into it. Use an electric and then maybe move to a cartridge razor and then move to a safety razor, and just stick with it and adapt. And yes, very, very important point, let your skin adapt to the head shave, just like your skin is adapting to the traditional wet shave. You got to give it that period, that period of time to adjust, to adapt, to get used to a blade passing over your head, drinking in all that good food stuff from shave soaps and aftershaves and balms and that sort of thing. Yeah, that's very, very important. So thanks very much for that tip, Corey. Congratulations on your new bald look. Thanks for sending along the photos. Really, really terrific. I'm hoping it inspires other people who want to give it a try, to take the plunge, as you say, especially if you have a full head of hair. It'll grow back. So yeah, give it a try. Me, it's not going to grow back. I have to embrace it. But Corey, to say thanks, for you and only you, an original signed George sketch. So please email me your snail mail address at mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and I will send this to you post haste. And if you out there would like an original signed George sketch, just email me a shaving tip. Email that shaving tip to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com. And if I use that on the morning shaving tip, you too will receive an original signed George sketch. So thanks again, Corey. Really do appreciate the shaving tip. And hey, enjoy that bald-headed look. Okay, I got something really, really neat to show you. This comes from viewer Abhi Samad. Now, you might remember Abhi because he is the gentleman who introduced us to the Gillette Guard single edge razor, and he uses these cartridge razors, very inexpensive cartridge razor with a single blade and a pivoting head. He uses these to introduce folks to the traditional wet shave because it's a single edge. It has a pivoting head and helps them make the transition from a cartridge razor over to a traditional safety razor. It's kind of like an intermediary step. These are very, very affordable, and you can buy these replacement heads for cartridge heads that come like this. So it's a really affordable system to introduce someone to the traditional wet shave, single blade traditional wet shave before they make that leap to a safety razor. I thought that was a really, really good intermediate step. So thanks again for that, Abhi. Really do appreciate it. Just wanted to remind you who Abhi is. And he writes, "Hi, Mark. My wife and kids surprised me for my 50th birthday with a traditional wet shaving birthday cake. I thought you and your viewers might find this interesting." Absolutely. I think it's awesome. "I guess my wife knows the way to a man's heart is through his stomach and his wet shaving gear." How about that? That is absolutely awesome. When I got this email from Abhi, I was just floored. That is absolutely outstanding. He continued in a follow-up email, "The razor on the cake is modeled after my 50th birthday present to myself, which is a revamped gold-plated 1959 Flatboy razor. My wife found it, took pictures, and sent it to the cake decorator." Well, the cake decorator did an outstanding job because at first glance, it looks like a real gold-plated razor sitting on there, but it's part of the cake. That is absolutely fantastic. Please tell your wife for me, and I'm sure all the viewers, bravo. That was absolutely fantastic. I think every wet shaver out there would love to have a birthday cake like that. Absolutely outstanding. So Abhi, thanks very much for your past contributions to the channel. Really, really do appreciate it. But this is absolutely fantastic. Thanks very much for sharing this. Really do appreciate it. Again, tell your wife, thanks, bravo, that's absolutely fantastic. And happy birthday, belated happy birthday to you. Happy belated 50th birthday. That's absolutely fantastic. Thanks again, Abhi. Really do appreciate it. Well, you know, coffee's getting low, that time of the show. Let's go back for a refill. All right, we're off to a great start. Hey, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. Again, thanks so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Great to see you again. Got a lot of great content this morning, and we have some really, really nice topics, timely topics in this morning's refill. We're going to kick it off with something from viewer Rich P. This is in regards to our scuttle talk. Of course, my brush scuttle sustained. I had to glue back in a chip, and I don't know, it chipped itself, and you know, one of those things. Rich P wrote, "I have a stainless steel scuttle. I love it, but one thing worth noting is that it conducts the heat much more directly, so I need to be extra careful not to cook out the lather. Ruined quite a few lathers at the outset just due to being incredulous over how much I needed to hold back. However much heat you feel on your hand is exactly what will reach the lather. Once my brain recalibrated, it was smooth sailing. I like to keep my scuttle on top of an electric coffee mug warmer plate so the lather temperature stays consistent throughout the shave, and I find the steel scuttle works much better for this. Public service announcement, if anyone tries this, use one with a battery, or if it's a plug-in, make sure to cover the appropriate contact points with electrical tape as a precaution." Hey, Rich, thanks very much for that. I've never used a steel scuttle, and frankly, I didn't know that they were available. But, you know, a follow-up by viewer Schalfer wrote, "Mark, Naked Armor has the metal scuttles. I nuke my porcelain scuttle for about 3 minutes, 30 seconds. It's the G20 20 ounce, and soak my brush in there and also use the water via brush to bloom my soap while I shower. The lather may seem ruined by the heat of the scuttle, but I have found that by running the brush in the scuttle, as it has bumps and ridges, and then face lathering, the lather is just fine and nice and hot. By the third pass, some soaps just need some more water added to the scuttle. Then again, agitate with the brush and then apply to the face. I haven't found a soap yet, and I have a lot, that doesn't work with this method in the scuttle. Well, that's the ceramic scuttle, and thanks for pointing out the Naked Armor metal scuttles. I will have a link to that so everyone can get a look at that and kind of decide which you would like, the metal scuttle, the ceramic scuttle. But thanks for that lathering tip. So I hope also that Rich heard that as well. Rich, maybe you can try that method in your metal scuttle and let us know if that helps bring back that lather that you might think is being ruined, that sort of thing. I would really be interested in hearing how that works out for you. Roderick McLeod commented on liquid glycerin. We had a comment in a previous Monday morning mailbag about glycerin being used to really, really up your lathering potential with shave soaps and shave creams, especially if you have hard water. And Roderick wrote, liquid glycerin is awesome. I use it as a pre-shave, and I use it to fortify lather. Fortify, that's a great word. Fortify. I should have used that. Fortify lather. Yeah. Well, thanks very much for that feedback on that, Roderick. I've not used liquid glycerin in my lathering. I seem to have a pretty good water source. It's not overly hard. It's not overly soft. It's kind of right there. It's city water. It's right there in the middle, and it seems to be fine. I haven't had any problem lathering any of the soaps or creams that I've had. But I am a bit intrigued by this liquid glycerin tip. 10 fluid ounce, 30 minutes, wrote. I tried adding a few drops of glycerin to my lather a very few times. I cannot find much difference except for maybe giving a slightly moisturized post-shave feel. I'm not sure yet. Maybe I should try this a few more times. Other than that, no effect on the lather. Well, you know what? Try it a few more times and let us know. Again, I'm intrigued. I should try to find some liquid glycerin. If anyone knows of a really good source, let me know. Amazon. If you got a link to an Amazon product or a Walmart product, something like that, email me the link and I'll post it below in the description so everyone can look up, can check it out, that sort of thing. Viewer Marcin Smosna. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Marcin and then Smosna, Smosna. Marcin Smosna wrote, Mitchell's wool fat is not hard to lather. The problem is dissipating lather. You know what? That's a great point, Marcin. And that's something that I forgot to mention many times in talking about Mitchell's wool fat. Yeah, it makes a great lather, but it will dissipate. However, it really maintains a slickness there. So yeah, Mitchell's wool fat doesn't, for me at least, it has a good lather. It will dissipate at times. It doesn't have that classic, cushiony, big, rich kind of creamy kind of Santa beard. It's good. It almost approaches that point at times. But yeah, I agree with you. It will dissipate, but it leaves behind a really, really slick coating on your face to where you get a really nice shave. Has anybody else out there experienced the same thing? Or are you experiencing a rich, creamy Santa beard kind of lather with Mitchell's wool fat? I would really be interested. Leslie Fitzer, I know, has hard water, and he says he gets fantastic lathers from Mitchell's wool fat. Leslie, please, let us know. Comment below and let us know. Is your Mitchell's wool fat lather, does it dissipate but leave a lot of slickness, or are you getting a rich, thick, creamy Santa beard? I know that it varies from wet shaver to wet shaver. The rule of thumb with Mitchell's wool fat is that it can be temperamental at times, and you have to be rather specific in your technique and your water soap to ratio to dial in just the right amount to get that perfect lather. And other wet shavers say, nah, no problem at all. I haven't really had a problem with it. I really haven't. But I will say that I maybe don't get the thick, rich creaminess than I do, say, with the CK6 or with the Sterling. Oh, yeah, this was interesting. In a previous Monday morning mailbag, viewer Dustin Wybrandt sent in pictures of his shave den, and he had a World War II ammo box that he turned into shelving for his brushes and razors and soaps. That was really, really neat. Well, Viewer Bob LaRoe, who happens to be a retired Army chaplain. And Bob, thank you very much for your service. Really do appreciate it. Bob LaRoe wrote, great use for an ammo box, meaning the shelving. Great use for an ammo box. Chaplains often use them as a field altar to serve communion. Wow, how about that? Well, you know, that really is very surprising. I would never think about that. I would never give that any kind of thought. But yeah, that makes sense that that you would have that kind of altar for services out in the field. Really, that's really, really neat. Thanks very much for that, Bob. Really do appreciate it. And again, thank you for your service. JC Shave checked in with this. I've never gotten a shave at a barbershop, but when I was in the military stationed off base, I went to the local small town barbershop every week to 10 days to keep my military haircut. They would always finish off with hot lather out of a machine and shave around your ears and neck. Only once did I get a cut, and it hurt pretty good and said, ouch. The owner said, a day without blood is like a day without sunshine. I laugh now, but was not too happy at the time. I miss that place and how smooth my neck would be. They gave face shaves, but I just never did it. Thanks for reading my comment. Was weird hearing my username and the story about your mom is great. Yeah, the butterscotch handle and the shaving brushes. Yeah, JC, hey, my pleasure. Thanks for also contributing that follow-up comment regarding your shave, and thank you for your service as well. Really do appreciate it. And that's it for this week's refill. Thanks to everyone who commented, who contributed. Really, really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, that time of the show. Let's check out some new wet shaving gear. Okay, here's something interesting I came across in my local Mark's grocery store. Now, we all know about Noxema, and some of us use it as a pre-shave because it's very affordable. A canister like this of Noxema is anywhere from $4 to $6, depending on where you buy it. Whether in your local grocery store, local drugstore, online, that sort of thing. But about $4, $5, $6, something like that. And that's about 12 ounces. So yeah, and it's a great pre-shave. A lot of wet shavers like using this as a pre-shave. And I have used it as a pre-shave as well, especially when I'm using Parasso Green. It really goes very, very well with it because of the eucalyptus, that sort of thing. Well, I happened to be going through my local Mark's store and I found a 2-ounce jar of Noxema. Yeah, 2 ounces. Hey, a perfect travel size. Now, I can't remember what I paid for this. I've seen it on Amazon. It's like $4.50, something like that. It's like $6.25 online at Walmart. I don't think it was that expensive at Mark's. But if it is that expensive at your local grocery store or drugstore, then my advice is if you want to use this as a pre-shave and travel with it, well then you can buy this once and then continue to buy this. And then when this gets low, just take some from here and put it in here. You'll always know that it's Noxema, and you'll always have this container for travel. So I just want to pass that on to you that they make a 2-ounce size. And I'm sure the price is going to vary depending on where you live, that sort of thing. But it's a 2-ounce size. A lot of wet shavers use it as a pre-shave. I've used it as a pre-shave. And here it's in a 2-ounce container, perfect for travel. And it's summer, and we're getting away for the weekends, and we're taking vacations, and we're figuring out how to pack our wet shaving gear. And if you want to take along a very inexpensive but very good pre-shave, Noxema fits the bill. And here's a 2-ounce container that will fit in your DOP kit very, very nicely. All right, so just wanted to pass that along. Noxema 2-ounce travel size. Mark Denton of Denton Majik Shave Soaps contacted me. Now, you might remember Mark. He sent along Kusafiri Shave Soap. This is great. It's got that great, rugged, organic kind of scent to it. Wonderful soap base. Makes a great lather. Just terrific. Love that art. Love that art of a lion. Yeah, that kind of captures the essence of the shave soap. Really makes a terrific shave soap. And of course, a poker chip is included so that you can scoop some out and put it into a shaving bowl or a scuttle and build a lather that way. Absolutely fantastic. Love this. Really loved it. And the scent, again, really terrific. It's got that really great earthy, organic ruggedness to it, very masculine. Like this a lot. Made a great lather, made for a terrific shave. Well, he's launched another new scent, new shave soap, launched over 4th of July. Check out his Facebook page. I'll also link that below. Here it is here. Mayberry Man, huh? How about that? Floyd's Barbershop, Andy Griffith. How about that? Absolutely fantastic. And yes, this one also has a poker chip in there, so you could scoop it out, put it in your lathering bowl, put it in your shave scuttle. And this scent is just fresh and sweet, and it just captures the absolute innocence and freshness of that show. That's how this scent hits me. It really is a marvelous scent. Looking forward to shaving with this one, doing a review of it. Absolutely fantastic. Also comes with a splash, so you can get the bundle. There's the shave soap. And check out the artwork on the splash. Look at that. Floyd giving Andy a haircut. How about that, huh? Absolutely fantastic. Mayberry Man. I know a lot of folks are gonna purchase this. As a matter of fact, I turned the television on just prior to getting this, and I happened to land on one of those channels, MeTV, I think it was, and the Andy Griffith Show is on, and I just stopped and I was just watching it. I mean, everyone loves that show, and I just think this is a beautiful homage, so to speak, to the show. And the scent is absolutely wonderful, and it promises to be an absolutely fantastic lathering shave soap. Kusafiri was. So really looking forward to reviewing this. I will have links to the Facebook page where you can get more information, get over to his website, and contact him regarding this. Absolutely fantastic. So my thanks to Mark Denton for sending this along. He makes some really fantastic, wonderful shave soaps. Another great artisan soap maker out there who does an absolutely fantastic job. And just love this artwork. Just excited about using this just because it's Mayberry Man. And it's just fantastic. And the scent really is fresh and pure. And it just, just delightful. Just a really nice scent. Very sweet and pleasing. So I'm looking forward to using it. Once again, from Denton Majik, Mayberry Man. So thanks again to Mark Denton for sending us along. Mayberry Man, check it out. Beth Jones checked in and she wrote, "Hey Mark, look what's on PAA's website." And I'll take you right to the product page. This is Sacre Bleu. Yeah, it says right here on the product page, "Well, with the sudden renewed interest in our classic Sacre Bleu, doing a special release just seemed logical. If you are a fan of the original Aqua Velva of yore, this, my friends, is for you. The only kicker is you need to act fast, for this stuff won't be around for long." Now, I'm hoping by the time this airs that it's still available. My thanks to Beth Jones for alerting me to this. Thank you very much, Beth. I really do appreciate you sending along the link and giving me a heads up on this so that I can include it on this Monday morning mailbag. Again, I hope by the time this airs that it's still available. The scent profile is bergamot, lavender, peppermint, petitgrain, lemon, clary sage, jasmine, vetiver, sandalwood, cedarwood, labdanum, musk, amber, moss, leather. And here's a note: aftershave, lightly mentholated, like the original. And then they have an entire collection of Sacre Bleu, and the product page wraps up with, "That's right, if you consider yourself an Aqua Velva connoisseur, maybe collect vintage bottles or go out of your way to order the European version, Sacre Bleu, I gotta learn how to say that. Sacre Bleu is gonna blow your mind. If your dad or grandpappy were fans, give them a whiff and they'll agree. It's spot on." So yeah, I'll have a link below. Hopefully it'll still be up there by the time this airs on Monday morning on the 18th of July. So thanks very much to Beth Jones for the heads up on Sacre Bleu. I hope I pronounced that right. Sacre Bleu, an homage to the classic Aqua Velva. Thanks again, Beth. Really appreciate it. Viewer Roderick McLeod checked in with this. "Hey, Mark, there's a soap I want you to try. It's from a company called Farmhouse North. It's made by Jennifer M. Koch, or Cook. K-O-C-H. I've heard it pronounced both ways, Cook and Koch. I'm going to go with Koch. Jennifer M. Koch. I apologize if I've mispronounced it, Jennifer. It's made by Jennifer M. Koch. She's a member in Double Edge Shave Den and the Wet Shaving Society. I'm going to be placing an order, and I'm ordering a soap for her to send to you, Roderick. Roderick, thank you very, very much. It has not yet arrived. When it arrives, I will showcase it on the Monday morning mailbag. This is kind of a sneak peek preview. Want to talk about it. I was hoping to have it, but it has not arrived yet. So when it arrives, I will show it on the Monday morning mailbag and then get a review done on it from Farmhouse North. Now, I'll have a link to the page. Now, he gave me an option of picking a scent, and I went with bamboo and teakwood because I've never had a shave soap with bamboo or teakwood, and I thought that was rather unique, but I really like the description of the scent profile. It's light, fresh, clean with mild floral sweet undertones. And the scent notes are bamboo, sea salt, florals, orchid, musk, and teakwood. So I'm really looking forward to trying this, sharing it with you on the Monday morning mailbag when it arrives, and just doing a review. It sounds like it's an absolutely marvelous, marvelous scent. And there's information on the product page as well from Jennifer regarding the advantages of tallow-based shave soaps. And she writes in part, new product alert, wet shaving is an old school art form and is still going strong. Oh, I agree with that. This shave soap is 4.5 ounces of tallow plus kokum butter-based dual lye soap in an 8-ounce container. The tallow, kokum, and castor oil in combination provide excellent slip for a close shave. Did you know that tallow has amazing skin benefits as well? She goes on to discuss those skin benefits. So I will link to that page as well so you can read up on that. Very, very informative. So my thanks to Roderick and also to Jennifer. Looking forward to getting the soap. It has not arrived yet. When it arrives, we'll show it on the Monday morning mailbag, and then we'll get a review on it as well. So thank you very much, Roderick. Thank you very much, Jennifer. Really do appreciate it. Viewer Jacob Heron sent an email introducing me to a new razor that's out there. Hey, Mark, this is the same Jacob that has emailed you a few different times and watches your videos. Anyways, just want to let you know of a razor pass around going on that could be of interest to you. It's called the Mars and is actually a very neat razor. Now, Mars, M-A-R-S, is an acronym that stands for Modular Adjustable Razor System. I'll have a link to the actual razor. And he writes, I've used it for the last 10 days and have really enjoyed it. Use it for head shaves and one time for cleanup around my beard. In my opinion, it really excels in head shaving. Can switch between 10 different plates, varying from 1 being the mildest and 10 being the most aggressive / efficient. Here's the video on the pass around details. I will link that video as well. Well, that looks like a really, really interesting razor. Modular plates snap in, and it really looks like a fantastic, fantastic razor. I'm very, very intrigued by it. Jacob, thanks very much. I would be interested in hearing your thoughts on this. If anyone else has used this razor and has reviewed it or knows of additional reviews, please send me those links. Would really be interested in seeing those reviews and then passing them on to the other viewers who might be interested in obtaining one of these razors. 10 different plates. It's really neat. I saw part of the video that he referenced here and how these plates snap in. It really is really slick. Very, very slick. How you load a blade, how you snap in a plate, load a blade, close everything up. Yeah, really, really very, very slick. Fantastic engineering on it, terrific design, and it looks like it just gives an outstanding shape. So thanks very much for that, Jacob. Really, really do appreciate it. Again, if anyone out there is familiar with this razor, if you've used the razor, please send us your thoughts. Email me your thoughts. Would really be interested in sharing those with the viewers here on the Monday Morning Mailbag. Thanks again, Jacob. Really do appreciate it. Viewer Jim from Northfield checked in with this. Hey Mark, I just found this new shave bowl at Marshall's. It is actually made from concrete. It is from Olivina. It has a bamboo lid and inner base for your shave soap. If you wish to use it for creams, you simply remove the soap and base it rests on. Best part, it's only $3.99. I thought I would share this with your viewers to be aware of some of the good deals at Marshall's. Thanks and have a good week, Jim. Wow, that really $4 for a shaving bowl out of concrete, it's amazing. There is so much available for traditional wet shaving, so much different kinds of gear at all price points. It is really very, very amazing. And here's another example of something that's very, very affordable from the folks at Olivina. I did review their shave soap. I thought it was pretty darn good. Very, very slick. Didn't build a real rich kind of creamy lather, but a nice slick lather. I did that early on in my wet shaving adventure. Just happened to pick that up from Olivina. I don't know if they make that anymore, but I thought it was a pretty good shave soap. I think it was categorized as a natural shave soap. I'm not sure. I have to go back and look at the review again. But as I recall, the lather was a bit on the thin side, but very, very slick, as I recall. But it was pretty good. I thought it was okay. But this company has a shaving bowl for $4, which is pretty amazing, at Marshall. So if you have a Marshall's in your area and you're looking for a very, very affordable shaving bowl, check them out. Marshall's Olivina shaving bowl with a bamboo lid, made out of concrete, $4, $3.99. Hey, thanks very much for passing that along, Jim. Really, really do appreciate it. Viewer Mark Bagwell checked in, and he is now the proud owner of a Simpson Chubby 3 shave brush. And he wrote, I bought this brush and absolutely love it. For those who have not yet tried a Chubby 3 with sovereign grade hair fibers, then you don't know what you're missing. The brush feels great in the hand. The fibers instantly whip up a rich, thick lather, and best of all, it's a Simpson brush. There's a reason Simpson has been around for over 100 years, and you can feel all that experience in brush making in the Chubby 3. It doesn't get any better than this. The Simpson Chubby 3 and the Trafalgar T3 have become my favorite shaving brushes. Well, I can speak to the T3. I have the T3, and it is a very, very fine shaving brush. Synthetic fibers, just absolutely great. Love the backbone. Love using this for face lathering. Love the size of the handle. Yeah, like the T3 a lot. I also have the T2 and the T1, but the T3 is my favorite of those three. So thanks very much for passing that along, Mark. Really, really do appreciate it. Enjoy the Chubby 3. Thanks for pointing it out to the viewers who are interested in getting a new shaving brush. The Chubby 3 from Simpson. Mark Bagwell also checked in regards to the Rex Envoy carrying case. And he wrote, do you have a Gillette Flatboy in need of a carrying case that is worthy of the greatest razor ever made? Let's be honest, it's frustrating to purchase a pimped out, replated Flatboy and not find a case that truly fits the razor. That is, until now. Rex to the rescue. For those who don't know, Rex is the manufacturing name used by Razor Emporium. They make high-end razors and a gorgeous case to fit the Rex razors. That case also happens to fit a Flatboy perfectly. Here's a photo of my Gillette Flatboy riding in its new home. And he goes on to say here, admit it, my gold Flatboy looks damn sexy in the Rex case. Yeah, it does. That's absolutely great. You know what? This is why we're mentioning the Rex case. If you happen to have a Rex case for the Rex Envoy, the Flatboy fits in it perfectly. This is the standard size Rex Envoy in the standard size case. Now, I happen to have that as well. Here is my Rex Envoy case right here. There's my Rex Envoy in there, and here it is right here. Here's the Envoy. It's a wonderful razor. I also happen to have the long handle for it, but this is the standard or the short handled version here, and this is the case that accommodates this size razor. Now, here's my Flatboy right here, and I'm going to go ahead and show you how that fits in there ever so nicely like that. How about that? Huh? So if you have a Flatboy and you're looking for a case worthy of the greatest razor ever made, according to Mark Bagwell, and I think everyone, I think many would agree with him. It's the greatest razor ever made. And you need a case worthy of that razor. The Rex Envoy case will accommodate that fat boy very, very nicely like that. So thanks again for that tip and pointing out this great razor case, Mark. Really do appreciate it. Viewer Rodney Ripplinger has been emailing me about the Razorine Flatboy. Now, this is a razor that's available on Shave Nation from Geo Fatboy. It's made in Italy, and Rodney was thinking about buying one and using it, and he did, and he wrote me the following. Hello, Mark. So you want to know about the Razorine DE razor? Well, it's a very nice looking razor. The head is all brass and is about the size of a 1940s Super Speed. The blade edges are covered. The base plate uses elongated slots to retain the blade. I had to use one of the smaller black washers under the handle because the countersunk hole is too small for the white plastic washers. I got the handle without the knurling. It looks nice and works well. For the actual shaving, this commenter on the Shave Nation website had it about right. And this comes from a gentleman named Laurent F. Out of the United States. And he wrote, they, Italy, gave us the Ferrari, the Lamborghini, and now the Razorine Flatboy safety razor. With a blade gap of 0.85 positive exposure and a recommended shaving angle of 25 to 35 degrees, I contacted the company. Great design and superior materials, this shaver has the potential of great close shaves in the hands of someone with advanced skills in shaving. I'm just not at that level yet. Until the day when I'm ready for the shaver, I will be using a different one appropriate for my skill level. Now, Rodney goes on to say, for me, the R41 was, after a little use, a walk in the park. I hope this is also true of this razor. In the experienced hands of Geo Fatboy, it was a walk in the park. For the inexperienced, it might be considered a weapon. It's not all that bad, though. I may have to modify my technique a bit before I become experienced, but it is one close shaving machine. So he goes on with some other details regarding it, but it is an aggressive razor, as he goes on to say, and you're probably going to have a little bit of experience underneath your belt before you graduate to this. But yeah, thanks very much for sending that along, Rodney. Really do appreciate it. Let us know how it goes as you continue to shave with it. And if anybody else out there has the Razorine Flatboy and you've used it, please send your thoughts along. Would really be interested in hearing about your experience with it, the aggressive level of it, that sort of thing. And I know there are some wet shavers out there who absolutely love aggressive razors. If that is you, then check out the Razorine Flatboy. I will have a link to Shave Nation where you can purchase it. So thanks again, Rodney. Really do appreciate it. Okay, this is really special. And I was very surprised by this. Very surprised, very flattered by this. I wanted to share it with you. Absolutely extra special. Dear Mr. Zarady, word on YouTube says your beloved PAA Brush Scuttle sustained a small hit during the heat of battle. Please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Starry Night Dottie Lather Bowl. I was made by hand on a pottery wheel in Jupiter, Florida by Symmetrical Pottery, and they sell their pottery items, including me, on Etsy, and it took 12 weeks for me to be made. I hope you will consider using me on occasion while your PAA brush scuttle, takes a much-deserved rest from service. Yours truly, the humble Starry Night Dottie Lather Bowl. Isn't that gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. That is fantastic. Now, the one thing that caught my eye immediately is the name and the pattern that's on here. Immediately takes me to Vincent van Gogh's painting Starry, Starry Night. And of course, the song by Don McLean, Vincent, Starry, Starry Night, where he describes the painting. Studied the painting in high school. My eyes opened up to the genius of Vincent van Gogh. So this is absolutely extra special because of the connection I'm making to Starry, Starry Night. Now, I can't find anything on the description page that links this to Starry, Starry Night, but my guess is, yeah, they, they did link the painting when they made this. And of course, it has these wonderful dimples in there for generating a lather. Now, a viewer commented on one of my videos, hey, you know what? You don't do a lot of bowl lathering, do you? And I explained to him that I do bowl lathering, but I mostly do it off camera because I'm using either a large scuttle or a heavier shaving bowl. And the challenge when I do a lot of my video reviews and developing a lather is trying to hold the bowl up in front of the camera and allowing the viewers to see it develop in the bowl, which is why I like to do a face lather, because you can see the lather developing on the face right there on camera. With this bowl, because of its wonderful base handle here, so to speak, and these raised dimples here that are going to generate a lot of lather in no time flat. You can bet I'm going to be using this on camera because it is a nice weight. It is lighter than a lot of other shaving bowls out there. It's the perfect size, and it's going to generate a lot of lather, and it's going to allow me to very easily hold this on camera, hold it up, and generate a lather. So I'm looking forward to doing a lot of bowl lathering with this as well. So my thanks to the humble Starry Night Dottie Lather Bowl, also known as Beth Jones, for this very nice gift, and something that I'm definitely going to review and use many times on the channel. So thank you very much for this. Very thoughtful, very kind of you, very generous. The channel has the best viewers in YouTube land, absolutely. And I will link to the folks at Symmetrical Pottery so that you can look at all their offerings on Etsy. Really is a very beautiful shaving bowl, wonderfully made, handmade. Absolutely a lot of thought and craftsmanship went into this. Absolutely beautiful. And again, fits so nicely in the hand. Love these raised dimples here. Going to generate a lot of lather. This is something very special. And how about that blue color in there? And of course, outside, Starry Night. One of my favorite paintings by Vincent van Gogh. So thank you again to the humble Starry Night Dottie Lathering Bowl, the folks at Symmetrical Pottery, and Beth Jones. Really do appreciate it. Well, that's it for another new wet shaving gear segment. My thanks to everyone who contributed. You make it possible. The best viewers on YouTube. Thank you so very much for all your contributions. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Let's check out this week's questions and comments. This comment comes from viewer Vincent C., and he writes, "Hey Mark, I'm always amazed at how swift and effortless yet elegant your shaves are, especially in this video using a non-shave soap. Wow, perhaps I'll resort to using one of Dr. Bronner's bar soaps if ever I need to save room in my luggage for a weekend trip. They are widely available in grocers like Walmart and Kroger." Yeah, I'm very aware of Dr. Bronner's, and yeah, I think the video that you're referring to is either the Pears bar soap video shave or the Dove bar soap video shave. Both of those went very well. I think the Dove was better than the Pears. Of course, the Dove is indicated for shaving. You can face shave with the Dove. That's what they claim, and I thought the shave went very well. As far as Dr. Bronner's, I have done a face shave with Dr. Bronner's liquid, and I would assume that the bar soap would be comparable. I have not done a face shave with Dr. Bronner's bar soap that I can recall, but I'm assuming that it would be very similar. I can't remember. I'll have to look at my video archives. Maybe I have, and I'm just not recalling it. But yeah, Dr. Bronner's is pretty darn good for a face shave when you're in a pinch. At least I know the liquid is. And they also make a shave cream, which is good. I primarily use that for head shaves when I'm in a pinch for time. That is very, very slick and very, very good and offers a lot of protection for a head shave. Vincent goes on to say, was also wondering about your beard growth pattern. Mine grows in all directions on my neck, so it seems impossible to do a 3-pass shave with straight strokes as you do. Love to hear you talk all things wet shaving. Have a great weekend. Vincent, I think maybe it's an advantage. I'm not sure. I'm a fair-skinned individual. My beard and skin type isn't as demanding. At least my beard is not as demanding as a lot of other wet shavers out there. So I can do with the grain, across the grain, and against the grain with a great deal of ease. Really, I do have an easy time doing it, no doubt about it. I also tend to think that my beard does grow in a uniform direction from top down like this in this direction here. So I think that when I'm doing across the grain, I am going across the grain. I would think when I'm on my neck going against the grain, it is going against the grain. There might be some instances where my beard might be going maybe sideways here and there, but it really doesn't register that much with me because, again, I'm fair-skinned and my beard is not as demanding as some other wet shavers out there. However, I have found the thing that has helped me is proper prep and good shaving gear. So do a pre-shave, get a good shaving soap, get a good razor, get a good blade, a good sharp blade. I like coated blades mostly, platinum coated, chromium coated, Teflon coated. They offer a nice sharp edge, but they also, that coating also softens that edge, so to speak, improves the glide for me. I like those a lot. Any of these razors here would do a great job. I like these razors. I tend to go with a mild razor and a sharp blade. I think that affords me a better shave. Maybe you should try that. Instead of using a really aggressive razor, maybe go to a mild razor and a sharper blade. A lot of wet shavers like that combination. So that means something like the Phoenix Shaving Metaphor, which is a wonderful, mild, efficient razor. You put a good sharp blade in there, like a feather blade, or the Platinum Strangelet. Boy, that gives you a really nice shave. The Carve Overlander, boy, this is a really special razor. This delivers a great shave. Great for face shaving, great for head shaving, as is the Metaphor. Metaphor is good for a head shave as well. Again, mild, efficient. That's what I tend to do. I'm not sure what you're using in the way of a razor and blade combination, but maybe you want to try something a little milder with a sharper blade. That might improve your shave. This razor, again, the Supply SE, boy, this is terrific. And that Nick Stop technology right there, that really works. I love this for head shaves. I love it for face shaves. I could do 3 passes with, across, and against. Absolutely no problem. No nicks, no cuts, no irritation. The other thing that really, really helped was using an alum block post-shave. That really, really helped improve my technique because it told me if I was going too far with a shave. I've learned to gauge my skin after 2 passes, after 3 passes. Then I'll know if my shave is done. Sometimes with 1 day's worth of beard growth, I can do 2 passes and I'll just know that my shave is done. Even if I feel just a little bit of stubble, maybe along my jawline, I know that the shave is done because in about 15, 20 minutes after the shave, that excess moisture gets thrown off and that whisker retracts and it's even smoother. That does happen. And I also subscribe to don't try to find the BBS, let the BBS find you. So 30 degrees of light touch, let the razor do all the work, gentlemen, definitely comes into play for me. Good shave prep, mild razor, sharp blade, alum block to gauge how that shave went. That really helped me with my technique, told me, hey, Mark, with this blade and this razor, you need to do 2 passes with 1 day's worth of growth, or you need to lighten up on your touch, that sort of thing. The alum block actually helped gauge my shave. So those are kind of tips that I can pass along to you. I know that other folks out there have tips. If you have any other tips as to how Vincent can improve a 3-pass shave with his hair growing in a lot of different directions, please comment below. Would really love to hear those comments and suggestions. And Vincent, I hope that helps in some way. I don't know how long you've been doing the traditional wet shave. All I know is when I came back to it, I really had to allow my skin to adapt to it. It took me a good month and a half, 2 months to really have my skin come up to speed and really adapt to the traditional wet shave. And once I kind of got over that hill, the shaves just got better and better and better and better. And as you do more shaves, you build more experience, and really you learn to just listen to your body, listen to your face, and you'll understand when the shave is done, when you need to do a touch-up, when you need to do a third pass, those kinds of things. I hope that helps. At least that's the way I've kind of seen it. Please, I'll put it to the viewers. Please comment below, and if you have any other suggestions for Vincent about doing a 3-pass shave with the hair growing in a lot of different directions, please comment below and let him know. Vincent, I hope that helps. Thanks very much for the comment. Viewer James Daigle has been assessing various Phoenix shaving shave brushes, and he writes, okay, the results from my Phoenix 3-brush shootout are in. The Star Wisp is my favorite brush. Second place goes the Atomic Rocket, and third to the Phantom Aerolite. I will say the Atomic Rocket and Phantom Aerolite are equal as far as whipping soap and cream to my preference in an equal amount of time. The Phantom Aerolite doesn't fit my stand. Love the grip though. The Atomic Rocket just fits my stand. I also love its handle, but I slightly prefer the more fan-style knot of the Star Wisp. Plus, I love its handle, backbone, loft, and it easily fits my stand. All three are superb brushes though, and none of them would be a bad choice, but the Star Wisp is #1 for me for at-home shaving. Hey James, thanks for the mini review on these brushes. I would say all the Phoenix brushes are very good. They all have their strengths and weaknesses. They're all at great price points. I agree with you. I love this handle here. I love this little crook right here in the base of the handle. Really allows you to kind of get your finger in there and kind of get a nice hold of it. Same thing with the Atomic Rocket, like this. I have to admit though, I just sent my brother a birthday gift of some Phoenix shaving shave soap, Cold Spices, Allen Block, the Cube, and I also sent him the Atomic Rocket. Yeah, this is a favorite for me, and I just think anybody who receives this is just going to be knocked out by the classic look of it, the color scheme, and also its performance. It's just a generous size. But yeah, I could have gone with the Star Wisp. I could have gone with the Phantom Aerolite. But I think first time around, the Atomic Rocket is a very good selection. But then again, you know, the Star Wisp, they're all great is what I'm trying to say. They're all very good. So I really appreciate your feedback on it. And don't forget the Doppler with the butterscotch handle. Thanks, Mom. This also has a wonderful grip, although I don't think it's going to fit your razor and brush stand either. But you know what? The thing is with these synthetic brushes, especially the ones from Phoenix Shaving, they throw water off. When you're cleaning them and you rinse them off, you just give them just several good shakes like that, and it throws off like 95% of the water to where you can actually set it on your counter like this and let the water evaporate the rest of the way. Now that also brings me to the point of to razor stand or not to razor stand. There have been discussions on wet shaving forums where some wet shavers say, no, you absolutely have to hang this brush upside down, and others say, well, no, that's why they made a flat base like that, so you could just set it there like that on the counter and it'll dry out that way. I just happen to think that synthetic brushes throw that water off when, you know, on demand, on command. You can just give it a good shake. It throws that water off, and whatever little bit is left in there isn't going to get into the base of the knot or the glue. It's just going to evaporate and dry out the rest of the way. So that's the consideration there. What do you think? Do you think you need a razor stand for synthetic brushes, or can you just set them up like this. Again, James, thanks for your feedback on all three of these brushes. The Star Wisp, the Atomic Rocket, and the Phantom Airlight. They're all great. I could have gone with the Star Wisp for my brother. I went with the Atomic Rocket, 6 of one, half a dozen the other. The point is, all the shaving brushes from Phoenix Shaving are wonderful. They all have their strengths. They all have these classic vintage look and handle and feel to them. They're just fantastic. And they all come in at a really, really nice price point. So if you're looking for a shave brush, these three are all very, very good. And also the new Doppler is terrific as well. So they're all just great, great shaving brushes. James, thanks very much for that mini review of them. So glad you're enjoying the shaving brushes. And yeah, the Star Wisp, it's a special brush. It really, really is. Yeah, I enjoy using mine as well. And you know what? Maybe next year for my brother's birthday, I'll get him a Star Wisp as well. Thanks again, James. Really do appreciate it. Okay, this comes from viewer Bjorn Stegler. And this fits in very, very nicely to what we were talking about in regards to what Vincent was asking regarding 3-pass shave and his beard growing in different directions. Anyhow, Bjorn said, "Hi Mark, it's me again. Just wanted to tell you about some changes I've made about my shaving. I have pretty sensitive skin and easily get irritation after shaving. During a heat wave, I did a cold water shave, no hot water at all. The first thing I noticed after the shave was that my skin felt much more relaxed, and I have not gotten any irritation at all since. So from now on, I'm a cold water shaver." Second eureka moment this summer. I have a really coarse beard, almost like barbed wire. I've tried aggressive razors that I didn't enjoy at all. With a really sharp blade, I got a good shave, but I still felt some tugging and felt like I strained the skin. Last Friday, I received my latest razor. It's a Parker Semi Slant, and wow, I used the Gillette Platinum, a blade I love, and that was the smoothest and easiest shave I had so far. It cut through the stubble like a hot knife through butter, and the result was definitely the best ever, close to perfect. I should have bought a slant a long time ago. So the best advice to all with coarse beards is to try a slant. You will not be disappointed. Take care and thank you for the videos. Oh, and he also wrote a happy 4th of July because he left this on 4th of July. Bjorn Stegler. Bjorn, thanks very much for that. That's great. Thanks for mentioning the Parker Semi Slant. I have one. It is a great razor. It has that kind of a different approach to shaving off the beard, kind of like a scythe. This is how a lot of other wet shavers have described it. This Parker Semi Slant is very good, very efficient. Yeah, I like this razor a lot. I like the Parker razors in general. I have a few of them. They're very, very good. I have the variant, I have the A1R, I have the 56R, I have the Semi Slant. Very, very good razor. Love the handle, love the weight. But yeah, this slant really does deliver a nice shave. So thank you very much for mentioning that. And the cold water shave, yeah, I agree with you. I've been doing cold water shaves like every other shave, on and off, or on really, really hot days. Yeah, they are wonderful. They're refreshing. Love doing a cold water shave. And now that you mentioned I'm going to do a cold water shave with the Parker Semi Slant, I'm really looking forward to it now. So yeah, thanks for that. And this goes out to Vincent. Vincent, again, with the way your beard is growing in the different directions and everything, maybe try a semi-slant razor as Bjorn has described. And maybe also try the cold water shave. That could also possibly improve your shave. Try them both, see how that works out for you. Bjorn, thank you very, very much for that very, very kind comment and all the helpful tips. Really, really do appreciate it. All right, that wraps up another Monday morning mailbag. Thanks very much for tuning in. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below, let me know. Check out the Executive Shaving Company. Use the code MARK5. Check out my blog, georgetoon.com/blog, for my comic strip George, other cartoons, other videos like this. I'm on Facebook. Check out my Facebook page. Check out Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements for some great great shaving gear. Check out VikingsBlade.com for some great shaving gear. For all things barberous, check out Big Dude Barbers. Check out Denton Majik. Check out the Sudsy Soapery. And check out Heritage Hill. They all have great shave soap. Check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/Mark080, where you'll find all the products I review in this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. I'll leave you with this laugh. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Make it a great week.